watching the tournament bracket. Now, here's the thing. There's so much that will happen between now and Selection Sunday, including a big-time regular season game, including a conference tournament. Speaking of conference tournaments, we're going to have to talk about that in a second, too, because I just ruined my life yesterday. So we'll talk about that. Also, on the way home, yesterday, I had one of those, I'm going to just absolutely hurt somebody to, you ever have those moments where you're so mad and you're ready just to put your fist through something?
I'm scared for what you're about to say.
Oh my gosh. Listen. It was one of those things, I was ready just to, and then you have a moment of clarity, and even though you're about to you're just counting the hundreds as you're laying them down on the table.
Right.
And you're like, but this is okay, because this could be worse. And I'm still laying them down, and I'm still laying them down. So anyways, on the way home yesterday, you haven't heard this story yet.
I'm listening.
The reason I didn't really call you yesterday is because I'm heading home. I get off the interstate. I live in Shepherdsville. People know that. I'm not saying where, but I live in Shepherdsville. So I get off there. I'm on the little stretch on Preston going back home.
Uh-huh.
Out of nowhere. Okay, I'm not texting. I'm not nothing. I'm looking straight ahead. It's like, boom. And I'm like, what the heck? Okay, I've never had like a blowout or anything. Like, I personally just driving, I've never had anything like that. So that sound for me
were unfamiliar.
Was very unfamiliar. Okay, so that happens. I'm like, okay, immediately I'm like, oh, something's wrong, big time, because the car's like,
yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah. So I'm like, okay, let me get over here. On 65, if you're going to Shepherdsville, there's a bridge like in between Brooks and Shepherdsville. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's the Preston right there. So. Okay, so I get over here on the side of the road over there by that. I get out, man. My front wheel's flat and the rim. Okay, I've got that 07 Corolla Sport, so it's got the rims on it and stuff. The rim is cracked in half. I'm like, oh my God. I look back. The backside wheel is flat. I'm like, oh my God. I go to the other side. Actually, to be fair, I hadn't saw the back wheel yet. But I go around to the other side. And I find another wheel's flat. I'm like, what the heck happened? So I don't see the other two wheels. So I got that little piece of crap jack, which, by the way, I went last night and bought a $70 jack. I was like, this will never happen to me.
This will never happen for the rest of my life.
This will never happen to me for the rest of my life. I'll never be on the side of a road turning that little thing.
Yeah, the little mini, it's Space Saver jack.
So, dude, I get it up.
Efficiency.
I'm sorry. I'm going to make a long story short.
No. Everybody's involved in your story right now. So slow down and give us details. That's what makes a good book.
That lives in Shepherdsville and they know where Commerce Crossing is and that nice new roads and stuff they've made, and they've widened this Preston out to big 4-lane, 2 sides.
Right.
And there's dump trucks go up and down it all day. So I'm on the side of the road and he's just like, I'm like, God, if one of these nicked this car, I'm dead. Like, I'm dead. It's just, it'd be instant. I felt no pain. I died. You'd be like, well, he went quickly. That's what it would have been. So I'm down here. I'm cranking this thing. I get this up. Okay, so.
And you got the donut out?
Yeah, I've got the donut out. Oh, by the way, I popped the trunk. My wife has put all the stuff from my sister-in-law's wedding back there and it's not taking it out. So I'm like.
The details are important, Steve.
Now I'm like, are you serious? So I'm taking everything out, throwing it in the back of the seat. So wait
a minute. You're taking wedding stuff out.
I'm talking glass jars filled with pine cones
in the back seat of the car.
I got so mad one time, dude. I just started taking the pine cones and just throwing them
over
in the woods, like over off the side of the road. So, anyways, I'm getting everything in the back. I get the car. I've loosened up the lug nuts and stuff. I jacked the car up, but I'm on an incline, so I can't get the tire off. So, what do you think I do?
Call AAA.
I jerk the tire off. I physically start beating the tire off the car.
I'm listening.
I'm literally just like,
I wish I happened to be a car driving past. I would have
Somebody saw you, Steve.
Somebody saw you.
No, a ton of people know me in town. So, like, somebody, and none of you jackasses stopped. So, all y'all.
You had your hat on backwards, too, and everything?
Oh, yeah.
know your car. We know it's you.
Yeah, Louisville pullover, hat on backwards. So, anyways, I just jerked the tire because I'm like, the rim's already broke.
That was the most arrogant statement we've ever made on this show in the history of the show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows it's me. Louisville pullover.
Yeah.
Hat on backwards.
Y'all knew it was me.
Like we supposed to recognize.
And if you don't know,
Yeah.
Now you know.
Now you know. Yeah. So anyway, I jerked this tire off, right? Because I'm like, the rim's already cracked. I'm like, the rim, okay, you got to go back through Toyota to get these rims, right? It's $700 per rim, if you're lucky. So I'm like, all right. So I'm already like, okay. So anyways, I ripped this thing.
Police chase? How you lose? Keep going.
No, I know, right? So it's tournament time, right? I'm thinking it's tournament time.
We counting the money.
Dude, we just booked a cruise. I'm going to Orlando and Tampa, or hopefully Orlando and Atlanta.
You were canceling from the side of the road.
I was already like, it's over. Everything we're doing is over. So anyways, I ripped that off. The tire's off. Here's the problem. I almost said a word that would have just absolutely just ruined my career. Like, I would have made Billy look like nothing.
You better fix your inside voice, Steve, because it's going to come out.
This little jack, when I get this tire off, just goes. Oh. So now the whole front, now my rotor just goes boom
on the ground.
Now my tire's sitting there. Or now my car.
Are you sure you had a
there.
solid base when you started jack?
No, absolutely not.
So
I was on an incline.
Yeah, so you knew
this was a disaster from the beginning.
Yeah.
So now my rotor's on the ground. Now I look back and I'm like, the back tire's flat. Why did I even take this wheel off? I can't drive anyway. So finally, look. My mom's got some from where she worked with. I'm not talking like worldwide. I call my dad because I was in trouble. Like, no, I'm talking like. My mom literally has like
we never talked about that publicly, Steve.
I know, but I mean she where she worked in that
you have to at least do something like man card wise. You have to exhaust your resources.
Look, I mean I'm cut up. My hands are cut up today.
You have to have evidence that I tried to do something before I called my dad.
I know. So she's still from where she worked that medical business. She's got the hookups with the tow truck guy. So I call my mom like, look, you got to call this tow guy. Just come up here. You know, whatever. Yeah. So, and I'm like, by the way, Charity's about to get up. She's going to have to go to work. So I'm like, why don't you just come up here too? This is where I'm at.
I'll take you home. Yeah.
Give me together. So she's like, all right, I'm on my way. She calls the tow truck driver.
Was there an irk about having to call mom though?
No, not at this point.
Because it's real bad.
Yeah, because it's not.
Yeah, your cars are real.
I'm like, done. I'm done. So anyways, tow truck driver, he gets there. He looks at me. He's like.
Revokes ticket privileges.
Oh.
Well, isn't that something?
Well, that's nice.
And then you put Kansas right behind the ticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless her.
Go ahead.
So anyway, so the tow truck driver gets there. He's like, I'm going to have to drag this up there, right? I'm like, I don't even care.
Up onto the bed of the truck.
Yeah. He's looking at me like, it's going to be bad, right? I'm like
you want to get out of here. Like, you don't want to be around.
No, I'm like, cool. Do whatever you got to do, right? So anyways, drags it up on the thing. Just... up to the front.
I already know that was so gut wrenching.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's the worst thing you ever seen.
It's like hitting a pothole. Like
I know.
I physically go, ouch, when my car hits a pothole.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know. Yeah. No, it's terrible.
I feel it in my gut.
It's terrible. And especially if you got a car that's like it's 2020. If you got a car that's 16 on, especially, or if you got a car that's got the logo that you have. Like, it's like, there's certain cars, it's just like, oh my God.
My car's the same as Lily's, it's just got a different logo.
Yeah, basically. Actually.
Yours is the sport edition, though.
No, I know. No, we're talking about Mabin's.
Oh.
Like, Mabin's, yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
The car you drove to was that your car?
Yeah.
That was closer to me and Lily.
Oh,
yeah.
Marcus, I do not have as nice of a car as you do.
I thought it was mine. It looked the same from the front.
No, it was.
No,
it was.
Me
nice.
and Steve both have Toyotas.
Yeah. We rocked the Toyota. Look.
We have reliables.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I got a 17. I can drive that till at least 2072. So anyways, long story. Let me get over this real quick because there's a moment of clarity I have here, and then we got to get to sports. Because look, so they do that. They take it back. They take it back to Big O Tires right down the road. I'm like, all right, look.
Don't say names.
What's that?
We're in negotiation right now. Don't shout out anybody anymore.
Oh, fair enough. That works. But look, here's the thing. I'm like, look, all right, take care of everything. Needs all new tires, whatever it needs. The lady there is
going to have to be done.
The lady there is just the most glass half empty person I've ever spoken to in my life.
Oh no!
I mean, because she's like, oh yeah.
After how bad your day was.
Yeah. In fact, you know what I told her? Do you know what I literally told the lady? Because she was like, oh, that's bad. Yeah,
that's the worst.
Listen, and this is a place I go all the time. Like, it's a local place. You know, so you know what I finally told her? I was like, look, I got money. I'm like, I'm not worried about that. I can fix it. I just need to know what needs to be done. Like I got so aggravated
just to get her to stop
that
talking like that.
I'm literally like, lady, if this is $5,000, I'll pay for it today. Like, just shut up. Tell me what needs to be done. I don't need to know what your problem is with
assessment of the damage.
I need to know how much I need to pay to fix this stupid car. All right, I'm not worried about that. Anyways, long story short, I can get a refurb rim for like $250. The tires were still under warranty, so they're only gonna be like $30 a piece. I'm still waiting on a phone call to see if there's any other damage that goes along, but I did have a moment of clarity. I was like, as angry as I was like, if this had happened somewhere in, God forbid, Alabama or Georgia, and like if this was a blowout, this could have happened anywhere, and it'd been the worst thing ever. Like I could have been stuck in somewhere on the side of a road in Deliverance, Georgia. Like, okay, now I've got to find a tow company. They're going to see my license plate, charge me.
Or you could have like not had a car and been in St. Louis in the worst part of St. Louis in history of all St. Louis.
Right. We'll be in St. Louis in Indianapolis. We'll be in St. Louis or Indy, and this happened, and I'm just like, so you know what? I took a deep breath, and I was like, you know what? This is good. This happened right here, 30 seconds down the road from my house. Let's just take care of this. This was an issue. Actually, I was so happy. Or after I called him back and I was like, look, do everything. Change the oil, give it an alignment, fix it, just fix the whole car.
I would let you use one of my AAA tows.
No, I know. I wanted to pay.
I'm like that too.
Yeah, I wanted to pay.
But usually only if I make a mistake. Like if I make a mistake, then I say, okay, I owe somebody something.
Yeah.
Glad you're okay though.
No, whatever. I was fine. I'm just like but it was just that was my day yesterday. So
it's exciting.
But it worked. It worked out all right.
Ryan, I don't know how you're gonna follow that up, but
Steve. Well, thankfully you're okay. So
thanks, man.
That's the main thing. But I received an email right before your show came on, and I was so excited to call and say something to you. And then I hear this story, and I realize I'm not trying to pile on to what just happened to you, but I had received my first right of refusal tickets for the WWE Monday Night Raw at the Yum Center.
Yes.
18th. And I didn't know if you had already gotten your tickets, and I was going to see if you needed club level seats because I'm not going, but I was going to offer it up to see if you wanted to just pay and sit so you don't have to go get in line and get tickets. And then I hear this story, and I'm thinking the last thing he wants to do is go to Monday Night Raw after spending $800 to $1,000 on your car. So, but I still had to let you know because I didn't know if you knew they were coming to the Yum Center. And that's all I have.
Hey, Ryan, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the offer. I had heard that, but I didn't know it was official, though. Like, so thank you. No, that's good news. And look, I may shoot you a message.
Take care, Go Cards.
All right, man. Well, how about that?
Appreciate the call, Birdhead. Ryan.
You're gonna go with me? Actually, I don't even know because I'm so aggravated. On top of that, WWE's ruined my life.
I'm glad you said that. Because, Lily, had you been around and listened to Steve swear off of WWE?
No, yeah. I remember we all went to eat one day, and he was talking about WWE, and I was like, I don't think you're weird for liking WWE. Me and my brother used to stay up and watch it every Monday and Friday night.
No, but here's the thing.
When he was mad at WWE, I heard it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lily.
Yes,
and I saw it on Twitter.
Steve retired from WWE, right?
Oh, yeah, they ruined it. They ruined everything.
So,
and they continue to ruin everything.
So sorry, people. I'm just going to interject. So listen, it's Freestyle Friday. Used to be Fish Tank Friday. Now it's Freestyle Friday.
Fair enough.
Steve?
Yeah.
In the department of WWE, I have been sent from a 6 a.m. phone call to deliver you a particular message.
Okay. I'm listening.
First of all, tell that bleep Steve he's overreacting.
Okay.
I said, keep going.
Okay.
He says, the Fiend had to lose.
Okay.
Marcus.
Okay.
I said, okay. He said, look, I know you, he says, I know you're not going to understand what I'm saying, but just remember what I'm saying to you and pass along to Steve.
Okay.
He said, the Fiend has to lose because Goldberg is getting too old.
Okay.
Goldberg, they're trying to anoint Roman Reigns. Your boy's on his way out the door, right? Cena.
Yeah.
Cena's on his way out the door.
Right.
You're going to be in Saudi Arabia where you can get Goldberg, where they like Goldberg. Roman Reigns is going to get his coronation. It's 100% guaranteed that Roman Reigns is going to win in the next match.
What do you mean a coronation? He's main evented 5 of the last 6 WrestleManias.
The coronation for his championship. And now you're going to have The Fiend and Roman Reigns drag out over the next 2 or 3 years. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Look, in theory, if they had somebody with enough sense to do that, that may be. Look, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Look,
am I right? Am I right in the synopsis?
Okay, yeah, kind of.
So yeah, but here's the thing.
Yeah,
you got to get the Fiend to take out the Legend. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Put him to sleep.
Okay.
Cena, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. I love the matches. I love Goldberg versus Reigns. I love Cena versus the Fiend.
And you have Goldberg. You have Goldberg early. You know, so
yeah.
So he doesn't have to stick around.
It just didn't need the title. It didn't need the title. Reigns Goldberg didn't need the title.
You have to take it from him.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No.
You got to take it from Goldberg.
No.
You got to go take it back from Goldberg.
I'm not doing this.
No, I'm right.
They've ruined it.
No, I'm right.
But
you panicked.
We'll go to Monday Night Raw.
You said you panicked.
You'll go with me.
Do you feel like you panicked now? Lily's just listening to us.
No.
Who's on the line?
No, she don't care. Think she cares?
Even our conversation had our own producer locked into Roman Reigns versus Goldberg versus Fiend versus John Cena.
It's ruined. And I'll probably be at WrestleMania. That's what makes me sick. If this team doesn't make a run, I'm gonna be at WrestleMania.
Robert, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's up, man? That was quick. I just got on here. Been listening to you guys this morning. I can't believe it. 2 grown-ass men talking about professional wrestling on a good radio show.
Actually, it's 3 because it was my best friend who called me to pass along this message.
That's even worse. What's up with all the wrestling? I understand. I don't understand the history really. Steve has some background with this, right? Or
no, he was just the radio world champion within the last 2 months. Like,
right?
Didn't you know that?
Yeah, come on, man.
Who did he wrestle?
Yeah, look. Oh man,
Steve.
Oh, now it's hurting.
He don't know your background.
I know. Now it's hurting, man. Adam Revolver, these guys.
I'm sorry, I didn't follow that. But I
mean, we had the Pope in studio. Like, are you kidding me?
Being from Shepherdsville, I can understand you liking professional wrestling.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I love it.
Okay. By the way, my handle is Cardinal Bird from my work. That way, if I call in, I'm going to go by that from now on, and so I know who it is. All my blue neck in parentheses friends.
Fair enough, man.
So what should we be talking about instead of wrestling and Steve's horrible day yesterday?
I don't know, the grass growing, dog catching, anything but that.
I appreciate it.
Listen. Here's the only problem I have with that, Robert. You can't call in and make fun of wrestling, and then tell me you have a gimmick name
that you just gave us
that you're going to use from now on. You can't call in and be like, being from Shepherdsville.
Wait a minute.
But call me Cardinal Bird from
on 93.9 The Ville. We have 500,000 active callers, active tweeters, active YouTubers, 500,000 Card fans, and you think you're going to be known as Cardinal Bird? Hey, when I call in, just call me the Cardinal.
Listen, you can't mock me for liking wrestling and then come up with a wrestling name and give yourself.
Oh my! No, you can't be the Card. Hey, I'm Mr. L1C4.
Like, wrestling's stupid, but I do need a name and some theme music when I call in.
I am Louisville.
Yeah. I am Louisville Cardinals.
There was that,
and then there's the elephant in the room that we have to talk about.
Ooh, the elephant. Quick commercial break on 939 The Ville.
Are you ready to get your green on and celebrate the St. Patrick's Bar Crawl at the Sports and Social Club at 4th Street Live? Our friends on the street are also offering up a $1,000 pot of gold this year too. The green gets going on Saturday, March 7th beginning at 4 o'clock. Your St. Patrick's Bar Crawl ticket includes drink specials, Shamrock t-shirt, collectible mug, and good old slice of pizza too. Check out all the green details and purchase your ticket today on eventbrite.com.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Great job, Steve.
Thank you.
What's new and exciting at most jewelry stores was new and exciting at Genesis Diamonds 4 or 5 years ago.
Our designers are way ahead of the design curve.
Wendy Canavan, Vice President of Genesis, where they have been selected by the most discriminating and most prestigious designers in America.
Not everybody can carry these designers. They're exclusive to Genesis Diamonds because these designers wanted to put them in the very best store they could, and they selected Genesis.
We're talking the best of the best. World-class names like Tacori, Viraggio, Henry Dawsey, Simon G., Jeff Cooper, and dozens more.
The designers don't want their rings in every jewelry store in America. They only want them in stores that are as picky about quality and customer service as they are.
So don't settle for a knockoff mass-produced ring. Get the ring she really wants, only at Genesis.
This is the only thing she's going to wear for the
Lucky Wildcats.
With same-day pickup and delivery, you know who really loves fresh food? Amateur chefs, salad lovers, barbecuers, smorgasborders, hors d'oeuvres, fondeurs, and flambeurs, midnight snackers, brown baggers, bakers, and throw it in the microwavers. At Kroger, you can get all the fresh you want at a great price with same-day pickup and delivery. Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
If you're celebrating Lent and looking for something delicious, then come on over to Cattleman's Roadhouse, where you'll find 5 brand new and delicious dishes that'll help you celebrate the season, but not sacrifice the taste. Enjoy our tasty Boom Boom Shrimp to get started, or our sumptuous Fettuccine Alfredo with blackened salmon or fried seafood combo. Cattleman's Roadhouse Lent Specials, where a great steak is just the beginning.
This is Matt Worley from the local Geico office in Louisville. Basketball season is just heating up and so are our breaks. So why don't you give me a call at the local Geico office and see how you can score a layup on insurance. Call 502-313-6644 to see how much my team could save you on your auto, homeowners, cycle, or boat insurance. University of Louisville alumni could save even more on their auto insurance with a special discount. So visit your local Geico office at 2039 South Hurstbourne Parkway today to see what you could save.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you are ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Is your bedroom, sunroom, or room over the garage too hot in the summer, maybe too cold in the winter? BJ Heating and Cooling, your local factory authorized Bryant dealer, has teamed up with Bryant Ductless Equipment, whatever it takes to make that room enjoyable again. Bryant mini splits are quiet, efficient, and avoid the installation of bulky ductwork. Give BJ Heating and Cooling a call today to schedule your free estimate and get 0% financing for 3 years with approved credit. Call the experts you can trust at BJ Heating and Cooling.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back, thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial Pound Law on your cell phone. That's Pound 529, offices Louisville.
Turn your love of the game into a lifelong career with a degree in sport administration from the University of Louisville. Work with experienced faculty, gain essential leadership skills, and learn to think critically about hot-button issues within the sports industry. U of L offers both a bachelor's and a master's program completely online, so you never have to miss a game. Get the ball rolling at louisville.edu/online.
Follow the leader, ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and the best sports talk. Download the ESPN Louisville app today.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. I know I left you hanging for the commercial break. We had to reset. We had to recharge. We had to get yesterday's conversation out of Steve's mind. We had to get the WWE wrestling out of Steve's mind. And let me say this. Don't test Steve. If you don't like him talking wrestling, just bite your tongue. Bite your tongue. Let him get it out of his system, because you're going to start hearing a lot more if you keep on testing. Just a little something to throw out there. So, Steve,
I love it.
Elephant in the room,
yeah, man,
was your setup. I was going to trounce all over it, but I'll let you throw the lob. All right. Tell a friend to tune in right now and turn up your volume.
So, do you know how? Okay, I told the whole story in the first 30 minutes, actually, to get to this part of the story. So do you know how I recovered from that was about from 12 to 2:30, little deal that I just told you.
Yes.
Okay. I went to rallies. Sorry.
Yeah, no. They pay for sponsorships here, Steve.
But let me just say real quick. They got a new sandwich. It's got like steak, fries, bacon, cheese, and ranch. It's unreal. Try it. That's free advertising. Just try it. But anyways, so I go get me some food. I took a shower. I kick back. I turn on YouTube. That's what I usually do, especially around this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Sun's out, nice day, gets me in the tournament mood. So I go back, take my little Apple remote, like Louisville basketball, NCAA tournament. All right, so let's go watch some games. Something caught my eye. I was like, it's conference week. Let's go back. Let's watch the 2013 Big East championship game. Syracuse, Louisville. Turned it on. Watched the whole entrances. The hypnotize.
Right.
Yeah,
put you back in the mood.
Yeah. So they come out and then they I know Apple remote now. Yeah, it's my Apple. I'm just free advertisement today. And then
he can't help himself.
I know.
Keep calling him out.
I'm watching that. Then there's the Louisville. I'm like, oh, this is awesome, dude. Big East championship. But that Syracuse team, they're loaded. I'm like, dang, man, this Louisville team's loaded. Skip to halftime. I'm gonna watch the second half. Right. I know that's how it is. Louisville's down 16, ends up going up. It broke my heart. It just broke my heart, man.
I'm listening, Steve.
Yeah. It absolutely tore me up, man, watching that. They I was like, that's what a national championship team looks like. That team right there looks like a national championship team. It was heartbreaking. Watching them fly, watching them trap. Look, watching them trap over here, and then they make a pass, and Russ goes over, and he traps over here, and then
the string of communication of IQ on everybody's end on the defense.
Oh my gosh! And then they take out Peyton Sieve and they put in Kevin Ware, and Kevin Ware has got these huge arms. And Brandon Trish is walking the ball up, and Kevin Ware is just
harassing.
He's just moving his hands, and just like and he's just like, and they're like,
where that ball could be turned over any second.
Dude, Michael Carter Williams gets it, and Jay Billis is literally like, Michael Carter Williams is losing his mind. He actually said he's losing his mind.
That Michael Carter Williams.
Yeah, and Jay Billis goes, this is amazing to watch them turn this team over. He's like, Syracuse don't even turn the ball over. They can't get the ball to half court. And then to watch, look, Trez catches a ball, and look, Shane Bohannon don't even play. Shane Bohannon's just on the bench. Like, no Shane Bohannon today.
McDonald's All-American Shane Bohannon's just chilling.
Dude, Trez is just catching it, going up between three guys. Bang! watching Trez get fouled, and he's like, right in their face. Like, right in their face. And then goes and misses 2 free throws. And gets the rebound. He's like, I don't care. I just don't care. And then it's like, oh my gosh. And then he goes back up and he gets fouled again. And he's clapping right in the face again and hits 2 free throws. And I'm just like, what? Oh no. Oh no. It was like, okay, that game's over now. Now I'm sitting there. Now I'm going, can my team win a championship? I think they can.
Okay, before you go further, my response to your first alerting of what you just saw.
Yeah.
Just to be fair, you remember what the first question I asked? Trying to give you a little perspective, I asked the question. Is there a difference in era, vibe, in the way they played then and now? Because keep in mind, we're right on that was pre-analytic 3-point everything Steph Curry going crazy, right?
Yeah.
Would that be fair to say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So, the need to get in people's faces like that and turn people over, is that still like existent? Because here's the thing. If it is, then I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
But if we got to acknowledge that over the last 8 years, there's been such a fundamental change that we need to put a premium on different skill sets. But there is no premium on that energy that you're talking about with Montrez clapping in somebody's face.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell rolling up in that Duke player's face. Like, think about it. That was just a simple play that everybody remembers because you were in Duke and you find out who's your think about that. There's a I make reference to this scene a lot, and I'm sorry because we got a lot of new listeners sometimes, but there's a scene in Glenn Ross where Al Pacino explains, you don't remember everything about a particular girl that you were in love with, but he said you remember something small like like the way her hair moved, what I'm saying, or something like that. The reason I make this example is because off those teams you remember Shane grabbing a basketball and having 3 hands on his arms and just that ball not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a simple play, but you like, yeah, whenever you think of Shane, you think of strongest hands I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And when you say Montrez like that, it's like, no, they refuse to lose.
I know.
So those are the transferable things that I worry about. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like across any generation.
Yes.
That clapping in somebody's face when they foul you right up into the edge of tech. Like, I'm not going to let this referee call this tech, but I'm going to let you know that I'm willing to have the ref call it tech.
Yeah.
Just because I want you to know that I'm here to compete and I ain't going nowhere for the rest of this game.
Yes. And is what that made me do is exactly what you're saying, because you're making such a great point, because it's making me say,
who?
Yeah. Like it's making me say right now, who on this team will be remembered? Like, I want to talk to this team. I want to show this team that game. And I want to say, and the reason that team in particular is because they were national champions. Mm-hmm. And I feel like y'all can do it. Like, I feel like this team can win a national championship.
Think about it. Darius's Duke play was a championship, not 1 inch given on a dead play. Not 1 inch. When Duke came in his face, like, understand how I'm going to say this. Mm-hmm. Darius was willing to touch faces with that man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To not give up the 6 inches of space between their nose. He was not going to give up one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you could see it immediately. He could see it immediately. And Sam could see it immediately.
Yeah.
And those are the moments where you say, okay, that's a championship competitor, even if he doesn't make championship plays at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, his attitude has to be shown.
Listen, and the reason I'm feeling this way, man, is because
you're close.
Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. You're right there. You feel like that you feel like, I hate to use this word because I don't know why I feel like Calipari put a cap on this word and you can't use it, but that's like you're one small tweak away, and I don't even know if it's on the court stuff.
No, and that's the thing. Like think about it. You're at a point, talent wise. I'll say coaching wise, which we're going to address the second elephant in the room. You have a structure with everything in place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your guys can shoot enough to win 6 games. Your free throw shooting is good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, your passing, your unselfishness is good enough to win 6 games in this tournament. And like you said, your emotional readiness and tweak is the thing. Like, in 10 years, I would be mortified to think back on this team and say, that was a second round loss team.
I know, man.
We quite possibly, like I said, man for man.
No, look. This is fair.
Man for man, I think this is the best shooting team, definitely in the history of Louisville basketball, right?
Or up there. Man, that 05 team could knock it down. I don't know. It's close. But they're one of They're in a very small category.
Because you add what you're doing here is you're adding in Steve and Malik.
Yeah.
Who the last 2 years have hit the biggest 3-pointers. You've never seen that at the center spot.
I know.
Alex Sanders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like that. But like,
listen, in theory, you're probably right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're probably right.
And then
I think it's hard to say. I watched them do it in the Final Four.
Yeah, I know.
Well, not so much in the Final Four, but
and here's the thing, you're and if you compare it to the nation,
I know.
Like, do you think there's a 7-player spread that can shoot?
Listen, I will physically vomit if this team goes out in the first weekend. Like I'll seriously, no, because what you're saying, this is a truth that we all have to get around the family table today and talk about, because that's why you feel the way you do, is because I will legitimately get sick when the buzzer goes off if this team loses in the first weekend, because I'm going to look back and go, oh my, listen, now in the same breath, let me say this. I think there's a lot of truth. I've talked to a lot of people that are closer to the program and stuff that would say, just watch when he gets a different crop into
I know.
how good he does.
Yeah, because there's some emotion involved too.
Yeah. Now I get that too, and so I do think, but it's still, even though this may not be the crop necessarily he would recruit, it's the crop you have, and it's one of the most talented crops in the country.
Yeah, like you're not. Yeah, it's not supposed to fit you.
Right.
You're supposed to fit.
And if you look back on this roster, do you know what it will feel like? It will feel like what you feel like when you look back at Damian Lee's roster, and you're like, that team could have won a championship. Like, I mean, it literally makes you just want to
No, I know.
There was like 9 pros on that team.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those. And like I said, we're not even saying player for player or professional talent. We're just saying landscape.
I know.
Landscape, age. You had 5-6 seniors on senior night. It doesn't happen in 2020.
I know.
With actual players. And I said 5-6. But
and here's the thing. Outside of one, they all mean a ton.
They all play, yeah.
And I hate to even say it like that, because they all play. I don't want to say they all mean a ton, because I'm sure he bust his tail in practice too.
I know.
But they all play significant minutes. Like, you have an upperclassman squad that is just sprinkled in perfectly with David Johnson, with Sam Williamson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With those guys that are ready to go. Like, you have all the tools. And I want so bad to turn my TV on tomorrow and to watch this. Listen, because we've talked to people, we know they're putting emphasis, the coaches are putting emphasis on, you can go win a championship Saturday. When I heard that, I don't think it's overstepping the boundaries.
No.
I mean, when I heard that from an assistant coach, look, we're telling them, you can go win a title. If you go 40 minutes, you can win a championship. That's why when that word come out of his mouth into my ears, I put so much emphasis on tomorrow.
Valuable, man. It's like I said, that, like, to you guys, you laugh about it, but Keith Otto's 3-pointer can never be understated.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you set a goal, you reached the goal, you got a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Such a big difference between Keith Otto on the team and not getting that bucket. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing here. Like, it's such an accomplishment. The difference between you were almost a, blah blah blah, but or that you mean that year in 2020 when we won the ACC?
Yeah.
Former ACC champion.
Yeah.
Everybody on the list is a former ACC champion.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you share it with Florida State, that's okay. I mean,
how pissed is David Johnson going to be in 2036 and some guy like Steve Rummage is sitting across talking about how he finished second that year in the ACC?
Yeah.
Right?
I will.
Right?
I totally would.
No, but yeah,
Yes.
like you really have that opportunity. And again, not just ACC, you have bigger opportunities because, like I said, the landscape does not have the experience, the maturity, and you still have, to me, you still have the newness and freshness of trusting the coach.
Yeah.
Like Coach Mack hadn't screwed up some tournament game or something where everybody's in the kid's ear like, hey, well, he doesn't execute well, and
Yeah.
he hasn't had enough time to even have a resume that we can pick apart. You know what I'm saying? So there's still a newness, like everybody's has the same momentum going in the same direction.
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
Syracuse brought all this out.
Yes. Yeah, watching that game did, man. It did for me because again, I'm judging them up against the national championship team. Like, because I'm like, y'all have a shot. Y'all have a real shot at winning 6 games or winning a national championship.
I mean, you said it. You took the quote from Coach Cal. If you can't win 6 games in a row.
Yeah. But you've done that multiple times this year. Like, we know you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know you can win 6 games in a row.
And you're going to be talented. You're going to be as talented as the top 8 teams in the country.
I know. And if I know the mindset over off Floyd Street this week has been 40 minutes for a national champion or 40 minutes for a championship. If they come out,
I may have rephrased that though. I may have rephrased it. Your 4 minutes for the national championship. Like each individual, you give me your 4 minutes.
Yeah.
National championship effort for 4 minutes.
If they come out flat tomorrow, it's going to be heartbreaking. Like that may I get aggravated, but if they come out flat tomorrow, that may be a true. It ain't happening. Just realize it. It ain't happening.
You're just taking that completely off of your radar.
Yeah,
What we got right there.
Like it just ain't happening. Anyways, it is Friday, so thanks to George and Barano's by the Bridge for bringing by lunch to ESPN Louisville Studios. Order online, or you can order for lunch, dinner, game watch parties, reward the office with some Barano's, your spot for NCAA games, and for women's basketball, who also plays today at 2 o'clock, by the way.
Yep.
The Lumineers on Tuesday, Hot Wheels Monster Truck on Saturday. Yeah, it's that good. Barano's Pizza.
Thanks for cleaning up that last thought. Because when you said when you even said come out flat, like everybody, that felt so dirty. And speaking of dirty and cleaning up, Brian Hall, because you're familiar with this and you brought me to the world, I gotta say this in closing for this hour. And you get my music ready, Lily. But I gotta say this. Yesterday, I was on my way to lunch. And I got stuck. I was going to get some fish. And I got stuck behind a truck that I don't know where in Louisville where it was this muddy. But this big old tow truck, construction truck, huge truck got in front of me, Steve. And I'm telling you, it was raining black tar, dirt, concrete all mixed together. It was flinging up, popping my car. Boop, 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 boop. I was in an asteroid field. I was like, oh my God. I was going to pull up beside this truck and be like, get that truck off the road. It's a hazard. Like, so now my truck, my roof is tore up. My windows is tore up. It's getting to the point where my vision's getting a little blurry.
So what you're saying is that the truck and your car now need a car wash, I think.
No, what I'm saying is people grow up. Get yourself a Speed Wash pass from Speed Wash Car Wash, because I'm telling you, for me to go through that and that emotional, whatever it called, and then realize, oh yeah, I got a free, any car wash is not free. It starts at $9. It starts at $9, people.
Yeah,
$9.99.
So basically what you're talking about is the monthly membership, and what we do is we put a barcode up in your windshield. The scanner scans it right when you come through, and the gates open automatically. You don't even have to roll down your window.
It just reads it automatically.
Yeah, and it starts at $9.95. They go up, obviously, to $49.95, depending upon the type of wash you're looking for. But the $9.95 plan lets you go up to once a day, every day, and get your car washed. Obviously, you're probably not going to go every day, but if you if you go more than twice, it pays for itself, or actually more than once, it pays for itself.
It paid for itself yesterday. I was so mad at that truck for dumping all that thick crap on my car, and when I went through, my car looked like new. Grow up, people. Get yourself.
You coming out today, Marcus?
A speed walk. I don't know. If it rains, I'll wait till it clears up.
It's supposed to be a little windy today. I don't think it's supposed to rain, but it's just windy and cold.
Yeah, I don't need to abuse it. He's already paid for itself 3 times already.
I'm gonna go see him definitely before I go to Orlando, man, or whatever. I'm gonna see him get a nice little detail.
Actually,
The Louisville Bats baseball team. I want to take a moment to tell you about my good friends at Fitness Market and Treadmill Medic. I've worked with a great team at Fitness Market and Treadmill Medic for many years now, not only for sales and service for the Louisville Bats, but for also my personal home gym. I got to know Chris and Patrick Wider and their company Treadmill Medic almost 20 years ago when we needed service for our Louisville Bats training center. Treadmill Medic not only provides the best commercial sales and service in this area, but their 2 Fitness Market retail locations can help with any home fitness needs you may have. In fact, I just added an amazing exercise bike from Fitness Market to our home family gym, and I wouldn't have gone anywhere else. I know a good team when I see one, and I encourage you to go visit the team of Fitness Market and Treadmill Medic for all of your commercial and home gym needs.
Visit Fitness Market on Westport Road just inside the Snyder, or Plantside Drive in Waterston Trail, or online at thefitnessmarket.com.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Maintaining a high standard of using superior quality natural ingredients is how we make Four Roses. But if you'd like to know why we make Four Roses, invite your favorite friends over for dinner and conversation. And take a sip. FourRosesBourbon.com. Be mellow. Be responsible.
Are you ready to get your green on and celebrate the St. Patrick's Bar Crawl at the Sports and Social Club at 4th Street Live? Our friends on the street are also offering up a $1,000 pot of gold this year too. The green gets going on Saturday, March 7th beginning at 4 o'clock. Your St. Patrick's Bar Crawl ticket includes drink specials, Shamrock t-shirt, collectible mug, and good old slice of pizza too. Check out all the green details and purchase your ticket today on eventbrite.com. With UPS Future, you get seriously pumped. As a package handler, you'll have a
And then at 7 o'clock, we'll be live on air breaking down all the games.
Jobs, Kentucky.
Ever notice some jewelry stores feel like a drive-thru?
Welcome to Cookie Cutter Jewelry. May I take your order, please?
I'll have the number 3. Same old engagement ring. Hey, could I get it with a larger center diamond with a Takori setting? Maybe with a halo?
No, sir, this isn't Genesis Diamonds. We don't have so many choices. We don't even carry Takori. We're really more into mass production, so what'll it be?
Okay, I guess I'll just have a regular number 3.
Would you like to add a limited warranty for an extra $200 a year?
Sure.
Looking for more? Just keep driving to Genesis Diamonds, where your menu of choices includes thousands of engagement rings from the world's top designers like Takori, Viraggio, and Henry Dossi. Not generic rings, unique handcrafted, fashion-forward rings she'll be proud to show off.
Drive up to the second window, sir. There you go.
Excuse me, I think I got the wrong order.
Actually, it doesn't matter. They're all the same. Have a nice day.
Making the decision of a lifetime soon? Take your time with Genesis Diamonds experts and select the ring that's as unique as the one you love. Genesis Diamonds.
Results may vary. See website for details. 2020 is here, and so is finally having 2020 vision. Now is the time to get your free LASIK exam at Jaffe LASIK to see if LASIK is right for you. LASIK can be a life changer, literally giving you 2020 vision in minutes. Don't wait any longer because it's by far the best time to see if LASIK can work for you. That's right. If you're looking for LASIK in Louisville, Jaffe Custom LASIK has advanced custom LASIK technology, and now for the best price of just $295 per eye. Jaffe is the choice for fast, easy, and affordable LASIK. Jaffe LASIK can correct nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism. And now for the best price of just $295 per eye in Louisville. Start your 2020 with 2020 vision. Schedule your free LASIK exam today to see if LASIK is right for you. Dial ** 2020 or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Call and schedule your free LASIK exam. Just dial ** 2020 on your mobile phone now or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Dial ** 2020. The exam is absolutely free. Just dial ** 2020 on your mobile phone now. That's ** 2020. Dial ** 2020.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Lily Matthews. This ESPN Sports Center update brought to you by Guy on the Corner Tickets. Whether you're on a budget or want to be up close and personal, they'll fill your fix. GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com. Today at 2 p.m., the Louisville women's team will be playing in their first game of the ACC tournament against number 8 seed Syracuse at Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. Syracuse defeated Virginia 67-50 yesterday, and you can catch this game on the ACC network. The Louisville men's basketball team will be at 80. And be sure to catch our pregame coverage tomorrow around 3 p.m. with Steve Rummage and Marcus Maben, and postgame coverage will be right after the game. Also tonight, the Louisville baseball team will play the first game of a 3-game series against Wake Forest. The game starts at 6 p.m. at Wake Forest, and we will have coverage for it here on 93.9 The Ville. You can also listen to the second game on 93.9 The Ville at 4 p.m. tomorrow and 1 p.m. on Sunday. And last but certainly not least, the University of Kentucky men's basketball team will be playing Florida tomorrow at 1 p.m. You can catch that game on CBS. And be sure to catch our post-game coverage immediately following the game on ESPN 680. In the 5th region of Kentucky high school basketball, Bardstown beat Hart County 85-59 last night. Louisville signee J.J. Traynor had a double-double. Tonight in the 6th region, North Bullitt will take on Jeffersontown at 6 p.m. and
some momentum or anything. I just want a little encouragement and leave it at that, and just trust that everything will be all right.
Well, like I said, I do appreciate you sharing that. I try to explain that a lot. Like when people ask me, how much coaching did you do with Jalen, and I'm like, the best coaching is limiting yourself a lot of times, because you want to tell them everything. You want to give the kids your eyes. You want to tell them everything they can do to be successful, but you don't want to become white noise in their brain. What is the I think I asked you this before, kind of off air or something. What's the one thing that you always want to tell Steve that you have to stop yourself from telling, just so he doesn't get tired of hearing your voice?
Oh boy, that's a good one. I guess I keep it simple and just say, like, remember why you're here.
And does he take that with a good nod, or does he say, "Yeah, Dad, I know"?
Yeah, he does. He give me an affirming, thumbs up, because that pretty much applied to everything academically, other, sports he played as a young, whatever his challenges were, And I said, remember why you're here. Like, don't let anything distract you or keep you from, attaining your goal. And when you attain your goal, do it at the highest level and in the most convincing way possible.
Talking with Pops Enoch here on 93.9 The Ville. Okay, so headed into tournament. Are you one of those, I'm going to travel, every game I can make it to? Or do you have a nice spot at home that you just got to digest at home? My dad would drive all the way up to Louisville, and he would watch the games in the lobby of Freedom Hall because he was too nervous to actually sit in the arena part. So do you have any quirky rituals when you're trying to watch? Are you type of dad, do you move seats or something if he's having a not so good game or anything like that?
Well, no, we're probably going to make a couple, maybe one game in Greensboro, I guess, because we have a lot of family in that area. I don't want to be around anybody. Some people want to, be around family, or maybe they go to the sports bar and be around them. I want to my wife and I just be in a living room, and pretty much that's it. I don't want to, I just want to be locked in and glued in, and I try to put my energy into him, I just want to be as positive a situation as possible.
So
I figured.
Oh, I'm sorry. Judging by what you say, you could never be one of those dads who actually records yourself watching him play.
No, I don't want to do that.
Right.
Listen. Marcus is giving you some nice little parent questions, and that's really good for him and all. But I feel like that. I feel like Steve Enoch is a son of mine too. So how are we? The way I love this kid, man. You know this, Pops. Now listen, man. Just kind of how's he doing, man? Like you're coming up on the end of the season. I know that he's focused on winning and kind of what's going on.
He seems really healthy too.
He seems healthy, but Malik is obviously taking an injury. Even if he plays tomorrow, I mean, I think people are thinking, how's he kind of taking this into the season here?
Well, Steven, he just shows nothing but positivity. When I'm around, at least. But in case you didn't know, he still wears the boot after games and after practice. So he's still not 100%.
Yeah.
But he's just shown, that he's just positive. He's going to go out. He's about his business, and I just have to believe that he's just going to be present. And that that's the thing, that he's present at every moment during the game.
So after just to get my personal hangout out the way, you do plan on going wherever they go for the NCAA tournament, right?
The tournament, I'm focusing on the Final Four, because my wife has got a lot of family in Atlanta, and so that's where we plan on being for the Final Four. Now, if he's in a bracket where it's within driving distance of us, I like to drive, take my time, but we'll fly. But I flew out to Louisville last week, but I like to drive. My wife and I just get in the car and go. If it's within like 10 hours, we'll probably be there. So, like I say, in the ACC, we'll definitely make a game because we have a lot of family in that area.
Talking with Pops Enoch here. One more question I wanted to particularly get to you before you get out of here. Just like I said, I'm not asking for any information that you share with your son. Just your basketball eyes. What is the most important thing that this team has to do to make a deep tournament run, and what's the thing you fear out of this team the most?
To me, it's communicate and keep encouraging each other. Just steady communication, and I hope the level of energy is addictive, and it just flows through the team. Because when they're communicating, they get a high level of energy, high energy level. They tend to do well.
Is there any particular thing that you get nervous if you see early? That just kind of something that makes you turn the TV off?
You don't want me to get started.
Listen, fair enough. I didn't want to bait you into that one, but listen, if I get a chance to run into you at one of these tournaments, I hope it's in driving distance. We're thinking a St. Louis. We're hoping something on this
Indianapolis,
yeah, anywhere in this area.
Listen, dinner on us, man. Yeah, if we catch you up in Indy or something, look, we got you.
I appreciate that, guys. As I listen all the time, and I appreciate the criticism as much as I do the encouragement, because it is life, and it's, I'm right there with you. I'm cringing and I'm happy, and the range of emotions are ridiculous, but it is what it is. Marcus, as a parent of a player, you try to keep yourself from saying, "Didn't I tell you years ago?"
Right. No. Listen, like I said, I can have that conversation with hours. I'm sure all the listeners appreciate it. Even just hearing your spirits, knowing they're going through the exact same nerves you are. We're all in this together.
Yeah, appreciate it, Marcus.
No.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. I was on the road. I had to pull over. I'm actually going to go to the gym for a little while. I got to get some of this anxiety.
No, listen, Pops, I do appreciate you calling in. That was Pops Enoch just calling in. Listen, I wasn't kidding, people. He was riding along, and he was feeling just as nervous, just as excited, just as hyped as we all are. And he's like, "Dude, I gotta call my boys. Like, I don't even care that they're on the air. I can't text Maven right now because he's on the air. Lily, just put me on the phone with Maven."
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, that's genuine. That's a genuine dad of a player who is coming up on the end of his college career.
I won't even say end. I'll say the most important.
Yeah.
The most important month or the biggest opportunity.
Yeah.
That he has had.
Right.
To really make his mark.
Well, and listen, and I brought him up the other day.
And Pops, by the way, we got a delivery. I got you.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I did.
Fair enough.
Look, please confirm to Pops that I mentioned him before the show.
Him and a couple others. Yeah, to grab some gear. So, but we talk about that. And we talk about Virginia Tech. And I didn't want to. I should have probably asked him, but I don't want to get too in depth with it. But Steve started the game against Virginia Tech. Going into the game, we were like, "God, you got such a big opportunity here." It started the game. I was like, "Oh my gosh, Steve, come on, man."
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it just felt like it was like, man, he's not gonna play you, man. He's gonna set you and play small. But by the second half of that game, and I've said this on Monday. I said it on the post game, and I said it on Monday. I'm a little extra excited about Steve going forward because I thought in the second half you watched a little bit of desperation.
You saw him dig himself up off the mat.
He sat on the bench for a massive part of the first half after playing, watched Coach Mack go small, and it almost looked like he at about the 15-minute mark or so in the second half that we finally saw some of that like desperate Steve.
Yeah.
We saw
screaming Steve.
We saw competitor Steve. I watched Steve go down to Rupp Arena and go to different places, and you were like, "Oh no, because you remember me and you were talking. That was genuine on the phone, not on the air, not on the post game. After that Kentucky game that night, I was like, that Steve Enoch, that Fresh Kimball, that can win us national championship. Like, I've never been that way after too many Kentucky losses.
That's why we opened the show with you're right there.
I know. And I felt like late in that game, he started to, or not late, but second half there, he started to post deeper.
Let me ask you this, since it's pregame show talk now.
Sure.
Does Stephen Enoch have a better game because somebody like Jay Huff is a big body? I've always had the theory from the beginning, Stephen Enoch around other big centers is the alpha center because of how strong he is. He's a bull in a china shop against Virginia Tech small teams. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't quite know how to avoid. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of charges, but I think he's self-conscious about getting charges and getting position when he plays against a small team. Do you get the better version of Stephen Enoch against a Jay Huff?
It's funny you say that about charges real quick. Let me mention this. Do you know I had a dream last night that I told Stephen Enoch, literally told Stephen Enoch, I was like, I need you to have 2 charges a game.
You know what? That's funny you said
I dreamt that last night.
You know what, Steve? It's not funny anymore. You made a joke yesterday that you felt my keys drop.
Yeah.
And you felt it in
my foot.
In your
I was
body.
like, whoa.
And my keys were nowhere near you.
No.
Do you know I had a dream that I was sitting at a high school game in the front row with Fresh Kimball, and I was like, and Fresh Kimball said, let me guess, Philly Fresh.
Let's see. Listen.
I had a dream this morning that we were at the high school game, just sitting in the front row watching game, and he was sitting down, and we were just talking back and forth, and I was like, man, this Fresh is good, but I'm going to need, and he said, let me guess, Philly Fresh. And I remember just,
yes.
And look, he laughed, and I kind of smiled, and then I think you know what I think started happening? Inception. You haven't seen that movie, have you? Okay.
Yeah.
You know how you start coming out of different layers of dreams where you start questioning? So when he said, let me guess Philly Fresh, I was like, okay, there's no way you would have known that I was going to say that. And then I came out of one layer of my dream. And then I'm like, something don't feel right about this gym. Like, we're in a high school gym and there's fans everywhere, but where are the players? Right? Is it halftime or something? So look, then I came out of another layer of that dream, and then I was like, what's that light? Then I was like, my light came on in the living room. Look, now I'm opening my eyes, and I'm like, I was really asleep.
No, I know.
But we shouldn't be dreaming about
because
Fresh.
Now I'm starting to think that if we talk to Stephen Fresh, they're going to be like, I had a dream last night that a dude told me to get 2 charges a game. Like I'm feeling like we were in their dreams.
We're sitting here connecting.
If Dan Dockich can take credit for IU's coaches listening,
does he?
I heard Rick Bozich yesterday on with Andy say that Dan Dockich said the assistant coaches, he believes the assistant coaches listen to his show and the changes that they've made. And I'm like, oh my God.
We've been doing that though.
I know. I'm like, my God, that sounds just like us. And but then I'm gonna take credit for incepting into Steve Enoch's dream.
I totally don't know if that's a word, but that worked.
But I'm gonna and told him, I said, because, and here's what I think it stemmed from.
And I would have forgot, had you not brought that up, I would have forgot that.
Well, here's what it stemmed from, because I told my son, I'm like, you need. I said, big as you are, I said, your ending game was 0 fouls. Like, that can't be. You got to go hard. You're not fouling anybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
but this is a real conversation.
Yeah, this is a real conversation. So I think I told Steve Enoch in the dream, I said, look, I need 2 charges a game, because that means that you're just going at the basket, and you know what? You're going to make Huff and Diakite make plays. And if they take charges, cool. That's because you were going at it. Like, I'll take that all day, because I don't think they'll do that consistently. What made me think of that was you said Jay Huff brings it out. I smiled a little bit when Jay Huff had that monster game against Duke, because I was like, okay, that brings it out of Steve. Like, Jay Huff being big and all too does, but I was like, now you have, Coach Mack has physical evidence. This dude almost had a triple-double on Duke the other night. Like, and Steve sometimes takes those
Jay Huff did have that dunk at the end of the half in the first half.
Yeah. No, he almost had a triple-double.
No, I was talking about against Louisville.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Steve. You can't let him have that one.
I know.
JB, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away. JB, you there? JB. Going once, going twice. Does Malik play?
I think he does.
Do you think?
But only, listen, I think there's a genuine, let's see how he is right before the game. Like, I really do think the coaches are serious about this one.
So are you or the coaches, are we anticipating a adrenaline surge out of Malik or something?
No, I think we know. Malik.
I disagree, Texter. I love his hooks in close.
Oh yeah. That's a skill. That's a skill set. I think that, and JB, we'll get right back to you quickly because we appreciate you calling back in. But here's the thing. I think we know Malik's work ethic. We know Malik is doing everything humanly possible to get back on the court. I just think that the staff knows you can't win a national championship without him. So I do really believe them when they say.
Yeah, and if there's no risk of re-injury.
But if he's good to play, he's going to play. And I think at the end of the day, I think he's going to be ready to go.
JB, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, guys. Against Virginia Tech, I was watching them get offensive rebounds, and it was killing me. And, from the beginning of the season, even when we beat Michigan, I thought, we should have, the offense still isn't running right. And unless Johnson's in there and he's bringing two guys to him, nobody's crashing the boards. And that's where I see where our problem is, where I don't like the pack line. I like the 3 stops and the kills and all that stuff, but I'm just not so sure about this pack line and offensive rebounding. What do you think about that?
Listen, I appreciate the call. You hit a couple things right there.
By the way, you're a 2 seed in Lenardi's bracket he just put out.
First of all,
in the West.
The crash the boards thing to me is my little secret project. I went public, Steve, yesterday or the day before yesterday, about the offensive rebounding thing.
The day before yesterday, yeah.
I think that we have a new secret weapon, and it's going to be crashing the boards. And I don't think any team, every team's going to talk about the mentality, right? But if you go into a game with the reputation for being an offensive rebounding team, then a team gets prepared for monster offensive rebounding team. I don't think this team has a reputation of being offensive rebounders at all. But I do think with these new lineups, listen, David takes pressure off of Dwayne. Dwayne takes pressure off of Steven.
Yeah.
If David crashes hard, Dwayne crashes hard. Dwayne crashes hard, Steven's free to go one-on-one and crashing the boards, right? And Sam and Jordan love rebounding.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you, people.
Like you said the other day, too, David does, too.
It starts with David.
Okay.
To me, it started with David. When David starts going around that dotted line area, like he's one that can, just look at the pass he made off the rebound to Keith Otto. David knows when to tip it. He knows what lane to attack on the rebound.
Yeah, man.
It's going to turn you into an offensive rebounding team now. If coach capitalizes and says, hey, y'all, we got something special here. Here's the thing. We don't do a lot of transition stuff anyway. We do our pack line. You know what I'm saying? We can take advantage of a team on the boards.
Absolutely.
Big time.
Absolutely.
Big time. And none of these teams are as deep as us.
Mm-mm.
And you know what I'm saying? So, you have all the ingredients to be a dominant offensive rebounding team with your depth.
Yeah.
Come on, coach.
Yeah.
Let them know that Jordan, you got a chance to get some food on the boards. David, you're an already good rebounder. And Dwayne, all you've been praying for is help on the offensive boards to take some attention away instead of Dwayne crashing and 4 guys standing around getting the rebound. And now he's the last one back down the court because he's doing the extra effort stuff. That's something I'm going to be watching for. Also, Pack line, basketball's different now. Steve and I opened the show talking about the foul is so much worse nowadays. The statistics of fouling somebody, especially fouling a shooter, putting them on the line, those free throws that you don't get when you run the pack line, the free throws you don't give up when you run the pack line, we're talking about 18 points at the end of a game. That versus 2 or 3 block shots that you get when you're jumping, or 2 or 3 steals that you get in the course of a game.
Yeah.
Now, it's going to have to play itself out. Like I agree with you. It's going to have to play itself out. You're going to have to get used to that. It's going to take some time. But I will say right now, I can defend the analytics of 16 less free throws because you're not fouling, and and giving up, like I said, and not having the 3 or 4 extra steals because you're not gambling like that. So that's my pack line thing, and the kills, I love it too. Chris, thanks for joining us on Middays with Marcus Maben. What's on your mind?
Hey guys, how we doing today?
Good.
Man, I've got this nervousness in me about this game, but when I think about it, Virginia could not play any better than they played. So I just feel like if we go in and do what we do, and we must make them try to score 80 points. We can't play in the 40s with them. And then my second thought was, in the first half when Steven was posting, he was giving too much space to Huff, and Huff was blocking a shot. Now in the second half, when he caught the ball inside the 3-point, actually the charge line, and he put his shoulder in him and put him in the basket, that's the Steven we need right from the beginning. He's got to eliminate the space that Huff, because that's the only way he can block shots. If you give him space and let him get to you, but when he put him in that little arc, it's over. And then you can't get a charge in the arc, so you can be as rough as you want to be in the arc.
No, listen, I appreciate the call. I mean, we're all okay. We go through this.
Okay.
To be as excited and to feel like this is a new team on February 6th, to feel like we still got a new, fresh team.
Yes.
I could not be more excited about that. But
no, I know.
But here's the thing, Steve. It's going to be the last subject that we get emotional about today.
Okay.
This is going to be UVA, the rest of the pregame show. But there's one thing, Steve. There's a list that came out, and I need to know if this list has made you uncomfortable. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville.
I love your wall color.
Oh, thank you. I got it at Lanning Paints. They are Louisville's only local paint manufacturer, and they provide everything from driveway sealer to high-quality paint.
Really?
Yes. Not only do they make their own products, but their new Dixie Highway location is a Benjamin Moore dealer as well.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Their other location is right in the heart of Middletown, just past Blankenbaker on Shelbyville Road.
Sally, I'll talk to you later. Honey, get in the car. We're going to Lanning Paints.
Lanning Paints, painting the USA from Louisville, Kentucky since 1983.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you are ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
At Which Wich, they believe that a great sandwich has the power to make any day better. Which Wich has launched their new favorites menu, including clubs with top-quality grilled and breaded chicken, plus new shakes, including birthday cake, the famous Courtney's Cookie, and yellow M&M shakes. 2 area locations, 221 South Hurstburn Parkway and Old Brownsboro Crossing. Mention ESPN, you'll get a large build-your-own Which for just $6.80. Order online or download the new app. Which Wich, superior sandwiches.
We are on the verge of the madness that this month brings, but don't let your heating or cooling system make you mad. If you have any issues, call who I call, the DFH Company. Purchase a complete train comfort system from DFH Company and get your choice of 12-month special financing or a whole house air cleaner or a Wi-Fi controlled thermostat. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions subject to credit approval.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Lang. When Matthew McConaughey plays you in a movie, as he did me in 2005's Two for the Money, you have to maintain a certain image. That's hard to do when you're going bald. I needed to do something, and it needed to be done fast. Parsley Waldman's Hair Center came to the rescue. Louisville and the Midwest Premier Hair Treatment Center not only gave me my hair back, but my self-confidence as well. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out how you can start your journey back to a full head of hair today. I can tell you firsthand, from the minute you walk in the door to the time you leave, you are treated as if you were in a 5-star hotel. And now that it's been a year since my surgery, I look back at pictures from a couple years ago, I don't even look like the same person. The procedure was an amazing success, and it has totally reframed my face. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out not only how affordable it is, but how you can get your hair back today. Visit hairsurgery.com, that's hairsurgery.com, and tell them Brandon Lang sent you.
This is Mike Brown, Principal Broker and CEO for On the Move Realtors in Louisville. We are a locally owned company that connects people together, sellers and buyers, owners and tenants. That's our job. We do it every day. Please check out our website to see thousands of homes for sale in the Louisville and surrounding area at www.onthemoverealtors.com or call us at 509-7653. Please feel free to contact On the Move Realtors today for a hassle-free online market analysis of your home. We have realtors standing by to assist you with real estate needs.
Come see and conquer today at Caesars Southern Indiana. Whether it's first pitch or opening tip, catch all the betting action on over 30 large screen TVs and enjoy your favorite games today with friends in the fan caves that offer a personal 86-inch television, tailgate food favorites, priority betting access, and much more. Come for the sports and stay for a betting experience like never before. It's all happening today at the Book at Caesars Southern Indiana.
Steve Rummage here. Louisville basketball is back in action Saturday when the Cards travel to Virginia. And for the most pre- and post-game coverage, keep it locked on ESPN Louisville. Be sure to join Marcus Maben and myself at 3 p.m. for the Louisville basketball pregame show on ESPN Louisville as we take you right up to tip. Then immediately after the game, it's the Coors Light postgame show with Ethan Moore. We're the first place in town that will take your calls, hear live from Chris Mack, player sound, and more. If it's Louisville basketball, we talk about it right here on ESPN Louisville.
Nate's Painting is a full-service painting contractor in Louisville, providing residential and commercial painting services in Kentuckiana. They provide commercial painting to a variety of clients, including stores, restaurants, gyms, plus much more. We guarantee our work will be done professionally and with the least amount of disruption as possible. Nate's Painting even painted the studios here at ESPN Louisville, so trust the experts we trust. Nate's Painting. Mention ESPN Louisville for 10% off. Get your free estimate today. Call 502-572-6658 or visit Nate's Painting website at LouisvilleResidentialPainters.com.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150, 93.9 is the number, 93.9 is the station. Steve, do we got any reads that we need to hit before we get into this uncomfortable part of the show?
Yeah, we do. Well, I do want to do a quick reminder real quick. Today, 2 o'clock, the women take on Syracuse in the ACC tournament. And you want something?
Let's go, ladies.
This is a Steve Rummage special. They got some postseason unis, which means Louisville's probably getting some postseason, meaning the men's probably getting some postseason unis. Just throwing it out there. So, and then Louisville basketball's back in action tomorrow when the Cards travel to Virginia. And for the most coverage, keep it locked on ESPN Louisville. Join Marcus Maben for the Louisville pregame show at 3 p.m. on all ESPN Louisville programming. And then immediately after the game, it's the Coors Light postgame show with Ethan Moore on ESPN 680 only. With the first place in town that will take your calls. Hear live from Chris Mack, player sound, and more. And the only reason that's on only ESPN 680 is because tomorrow night on 93.9 The Ville, U of L at Wake Forest baseball. We're your flagship here for all Louisville baseball. We'll have them tonight at 5:50.
Let's go, fellas.
Saturday at 3:50. Sunday at 12:50. Yeah, seriously, I think people are paying attention. Coach McDonald does a great job at not chastising the fan base for that and embracing that, hey, we're all keeping an eye right now. And here in a couple of weeks, we're going to focus attention to that. And he does a great job at accepting that, and I think that's big.
Almost like a let's get it ready. So when we get our way,
so we got a product that's ready to play. So we'll have that right here on 93.9 The Ville.
Okay, you sent me a tweet.
I did.
Now
I'll send you all kinds of tweets.
There wasn't much tone to it, right? But it does have the confirmed NCAA March Madness. It is a Andy Katz ranking. Top coaches in March this season.
That's a kicker. This season.
What'd
Lily.
it do?
Top 10 coaches in March this season. That was natural.
Okay. Well,
Where does
Probably mid-range, like 5, 6, 7, maybe.
Okay, we're gonna go down the list.
Okay, fair enough.
I just wanted your.
That's my take.
Okay, I just wanted you to represent the people and your first opinion.
Opinion. We don't give takes on this show. We give opinions. Yeah.
Number one.
You fall down that wormhole, you never get back.
Number one.
Go ahead, I'm waiting.
I was gonna say you don't want to guess, do you?
No.
Number one, Coach K.
Easy answer.
Yeah.
Number two, John Calipari.
Look, as much as I love KCD, it usually comes after an Elite Eight.
This season, though, the job he's doing, I just saw his point guard tell him to his face, dude, I'm not going in.
I mean, I can see top 10, but maybe not 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
You just had your point guard, and you have an all-conference big man.
With it this season, yeah.
You have an all-conference first-team big man. You have probably the all-conference player of the year in your wingman, and your point guard has just told you, I'm not going back in the game.
Yeah. I mean, but they
There's something off there.
It just happened 2 days ago, Steve.
They did just come off like a 10-game win streak. Listen, here's what I'm saying. I believe it or not, there's actually other coaches on this list I have more of a problem with.
Tom Izzo. This season?
I know.
Why are you on there, Tom Izzo?
I
this season?
I tend to agree. Because if you're going to put this season, because look, I actually didn't see that when I sent it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw that just now. Because actually, I didn't have a problem with the list when I didn't realize it said this season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, I get it. I mean, what's he really done?
That was your top 10, yeah.
Yeah, like, cool. I was just more just like, haha, because you know how me and Marcus open up phone calls all the time. We're like, Max sucks. Maybe Max sucks. But of course, we don't think he sucks.
We're going to get smashed.
That's just like a joke between us.
That's a loosen up. Let's set the floor right here.
Yeah.
And then work our way back.
But now that I'm reading that, I'm like, yeah, I get maybe Cal top 10 because
he's not number 2 coach. And
they looked like total butt at the beginning of the year. Like it was like that Tennessee thing may be bigger, but
you cutting them some slack.
Yeah, I'm cutting them a little slack.
You get bumped from number 2 when that happens.
Yeah. I would listen.
Actually,
I would put number 5 at number 2. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, number 3, Tom Izzo. He's not having a number 3 best head coach.
That's why you can't put this season, because you're doing that because in all seriousness, what the freak? In all seriousness, they're kind of look like they may be coming around a little bit. So you're giving him previous season,
right?
Because if that's the case, I would say, yeah. Some butts do look good. You're right.
No, but right here, this season, Izzo is not number 3.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
Number 4, Jay Wright. You're doing the same thing.
Yeah, you're kind of giving him.
You got Seton Hall.
I mean,
you haven't been having a Jay Wright year, like a big Villanova year.
I don't know. I would say he's overcoaching with what he has. I don't mind him in the top 5. I actually don't mind him in the top 5.
Bill Self, number 5.
He's probably number 2. Yeah, he's probably number 2. They've looked pretty good all year. They've probably been the most consistent all year.
Okay, number 6, Mark Few.
I'd put him in the top 5.
I probably would have put him at 3.
Yeah. I mean,
you don't have anything to hate on them.
They've looked good.
Number 7, Tony Bennett.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that being in the top 10
because of what he lost.
Yeah, because of what he lost. And I mean, we're sitting here and it's like, dude, they win tomorrow. They're 2 seed in the ACC. They're going to be probably a 5 seed in the tournament when it's all said and done.
With Kihei Clark.
Yeah.
Diakite.
Right.
A JUCO.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, we talked to somebody in the last 48 hours that is insanely knowledgeable about college basketball. That's fairly close to the program at times. That was just like, no, Louisville's much better than Virginia. I mean, the best college basketball minds in America would look at the 2 rosters and go, yeah, no, Louisville's way better.
Okay.
But they're still winning. And you're scared to death about the game tomorrow. So.
Number 8, Leonard Hamilton.
It's hard to argue. They look good. They play solid defense. I mean, he's got them playing insanely good defense.
I think they're just escaping. I think they're fool's gold right now.
Yeah, but I mean, who would you put ahead? You know what I'm saying? Like
Chris Mack.
No, well, yeah, but I mean,
you lost him twice though.
Yeah, he beat you twice. So, but sometimes you can be a bad matchup and not just necessarily because you're a better coach.
Dana Altman.
I haven't watched a ton of Oregon. I know a lot of people like Oregon this year. Brandon Lang brought Oregon up this morning.
What did he say about
him? Drew asked him to give him 3 national championship winners right now, and he gave them Gonzaga, Kansas, and Michigan State, and said, he threw Oregon out as a team. So I would be lying to you if I watched a lot of Oregon. I go to sleep before Oregon tips off most of the time. So I don't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Chris Beard.
What number are we on?
10. Yeah. No. I mean, does Texas Tech look like didn't they just get busted the other night too?
Oh, they had Baylor.
They're not even.
They lost to Baylor. They're not even 5. They're barely 500.
CBS has them in the first 4 out.
So how does he get in there?
I don't get that one either.
That would have been Chris Mack's spot, but he beat Chris Mack, so he put him in.
Maybe. Speaking of that, Chris Mack's going to talk at noon tonight or today, so that should be an interesting one. You want to hear? You're probably going to want to hear that. So I think we'll have that on ESPN 680 today.
Tom Crean.
That's. I said, Steve, some butts look good. Tom Crean joking.
He's not doing.
Yeah. SEC sucks this year. I agree. Somebody said, funny how Lily took B-Hall's 50-50, giving him 5 out of 10. That's pretty funny.
She did go 5.
Yeah.
She did.
Somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Probably not too far down, not too far up.
Take a mid-range.
Yeah, just somewhere right there. Yeah. I think Chris Mack deserves to be on that list, man.
What?
Okay, since y'all don't agree with the first and second place, what coaches would you have first and second?
Okay, well, no, here's what I would say. Look, I don't mind Krzyzewski. I would probably have Bill Self number 1 because they've been the most consistent team all year. They've looked good all year long.
Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Nike, Adidas, Nike.
Under Armour. Texas Tech's Under Armour, right?
Oh.
Did they move? They were Under Armour.
What is Texas Tech?
They might have.
Somebody. Are you going to pull up a YouTube video of Texas Tech?
They may have moved tonight. They were Under Armour, though.
I'm probably wrong, but I just.
But even that, to your point, I mean, that's a lot of Nike.
Nike, Adidas. And it used to be Nike. They're putting the squeeze on Bill Self. They're putting the squeeze on. Nike's putting the squeeze on Kansas to go back to Nike.
Maybe.
You want conspiracy theory 101? They're gonna
You're barking up the wrong tree there, because I said right off the bat, I was like, as soon as all that stuff started going down, I was like, you should go Nike. Protect yourself. Just be like, yeah, y'all right. Let's go over here.
You're right. Texas Tech is Under Armour. Steve, listen. I'm gonna start letting you excuse yourself at this point of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the option right now before I move forward. Do you want to excuse yourself?
No, because this one I think is this one. I actually think it's fair. No, I do think it's fair because
Nike owns Under Armour.
Okay, there you go. Then that's all I needed to know.
That is I hate it here. I hate it here. Literally, I hate it here, Steve. I hate it here. I think that's true too.
No, I think
Nike. Yeah, I think I remember Nike owns Under Armour. So that changes my Nike, Adidas, Nike.
Fair enough.
Good job, Tex. Thank you so much. Okay, Steve.
I do think this one's fair because I think that the response is a big deal. I think a response is a big deal.
I'm listening.
With what Kansas come back and said to...
For those who don't know, Kansas has responded to their notice of allegations and has vehemently contested all. Yeah. Listen, I read some of it, right, people? And I know if you've been listening to this show a long time, you remember the first time that I said we're done? The first time I said we're going to get cracked as a school is when I read in the notice of allegations towards Louisville, they cited a case from 1956 and said Louisville has a history of what lack of institutional control. Mm-hmm. When you put that's like me being on trial. Me being on trial for robbery or something, right?
Yeah.
And you going back and saying Marcus's great grandfather's sister was a criminal. It's in the bloodlines. Marcus is guilty. Like, that's how ridiculous that is. To go back to 1956. Like, think about it. For even putting that into this paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
1956, I said, people, that sounds like an agenda to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They brought up Larry Brown in Kansas from 1976.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I saw that, I said, you know what? They're trying to put something together on y'all. Because that's what our paperwork looked